So, what's good, everyone? This is Artist of Truth coming to you again with another vlog entry on this wonderful Thursday morning. So, first things first, take control of your joy, your happiness. Today is your day. You have breakthroughs. You have a breakthrough. And the only way that breakthrough is going to manifest itself for you, you have to humble yourself. You have to be happy and appreciative of the position that you are currently in. I understand that we are out here working jobs that we really and truly do not like, and we understand that these jobs, these people who hired you in these various positions, they do not appreciate you. But let me be the first to say that I appreciate you, and I want to see you all succeed and achieve whatever goals that you have laid out for yourself. But remain happy, remain positive, and that requires you to remove negative people out of your circle. On that note, let's go ahead and proceed forward. This is a relationship topic. And I was watching a video. I know the video is probably months, probably a couple of years old or whatnot, but I felt compelled to talk on it briefly. So, women, I understand there are women out here in the world, in society, who feel that they have no time to build a man or build with a man. So first and foremost, let me say this. Under no circumstances should a woman build a man. That is solely our responsibility. We should be building ourselves, okay? First things first. Let me go ahead and put that out there so there's no misunderstanding when I say this. No woman should have to build a man. To some extent, we should already be, I'm not going to say fully established, but you should have some goals about yourself. You should have some business about yourself. You should already be in a direction in heading down that path on your journey by yourself, already somewhat established. And what I mean by established, I mean you have a job. If you're not in a house, have an apartment. Have some means of transportation. And have a plan, have a goal set for yourself. As men, we have this tendency that we want great women to build with us. And I'm not saying this to tear down my kings. That's not my thing. That's not even in my DNA. But have some sort of plan, have a goal. And when you sit down with this woman who you are interested in, expound on it, dissect, go into great detail about what you're working towards and what you are, what your goals are, and be able to show her, and I don't mean necessarily in, have it tangible, but at least put it in perspective where she can look at you and be like, dang, he's really working hard. He's consistent. He's always in these books. He's working towards that particular goal or goals that he has set for himself. It's all about showing, our queens exactly what we are capable of doing. Now, I understand there are some guys out there who are, they still living, in their parents' basement at mom's house, and whatnot. And it's like they're lazy. They just want to smoke, drink. And, my thing is, smoking is cool. I've cut out alcohol. So, I've learned that, the whole alcohol thing really, really is harmful for our mental, not only spiritual consciousness. So You know, a lot of alcohol I've cut out, and I strongly recommend that a lot of my kings do the same, you know. But for the most part, we have to present ourselves in a manner, in a way that they are actually going to be able to gravitate to us and say, you know what, I'm a rock with you because I see exactly what you are trying to accomplish. And those individuals that have no drive, no goals, they're still at their mom's house, their parents' basement, and it's like, oh, you have a job, but it's like you're not planning on making any other transition out of that. You're not trying to change your outlook, your perspective, your current state of being. And of course, those are the women that those women tend to come across those types of men. I'm not saying that, all men are like that. And I'm not saying that all men have it together. You have some men that actually have it together. But, in addition, those women who feel that, oh, I don't have time to sit up here and build with a man. He has to come with his shit together and this, that, and the fifth. Let me explain something to you all. Do not say or do not make these statements that a man should already come with his shit together if you don't have 100% of your shit together, okay? Meaning of which, if you don't have goals set for yourself and you're not working towards those goals, if you don't have your house yet, don't expect, don't limit, do not limit your pool of great, respectful, honoring, and humble, strong, masculine, supportive, empowering, uplifting, and goal-oriented black men, because I won't even lie to you. I'm 40 years old. I am about to purchase my first home at 40. And I've had females come in, in my lifetime. They've came and they went. And I've even had a few that actually said, I don't have time to, to build. I don't have time to do any of those things. And personally, I feel that you have time to do whatever is necessary for your life, for your advancement, even as it correlates to relationships. If you know that you are dealing with a potential great man, stop limiting yourself and listening to some other women, especially those women, those females who are trying to throw out relationship advice and they are not in a relationship, or those women who are throwing out relationship advice and they're actually in a relationship, but their man is henpecked. And if you are totally and completely unaware of what henpecked is, it's basically a spineless male who just goes along with whatever his woman says. Basically, she's wearing the pants in the relationship. He is just there as a sex object, or one that is just going to bow down and do whatever she says or go along with whatever she says. Those are type of henpecked men that just, I'm not even going to insult them, but they're henpecked. But these sisters out here that throw out relationship advice to other women who are seeking great relationships with men are honestly, they're doing it the wrong way, because as it pertains to black men, we desire to have a great woman in our corner that is and that will work with us. that will, be willing to get her hands dirty and say, you know what, I'm a rock with you. I see what direction you're going into. I see how hard you're working. So I'm going to work with you. I'm here in your corner. I am, and I will be your partner in this relationship. We're going to build this empire, this kingdom together. Now, I understand that whole theory about, well, why should I have to build with a man? Because that is a relationship. A relationship is a business. I don't know any relationship that you can actually get into and you don't have to do shit. I don't know any relationship that you can go into that the only thing you are contributing or bringing to his table is some pussy. Pussy come dime a dozen, baby girl. Let's get this straight. You may think your pussy is grade A, the best, top notch, but guess what? There's always some grade A, top notch pussy out there with some additional benefits that you are not willing to provide, that you are not willing to bring to the table. And that's just real G shit. So let's get that mindset of, oh, my pussy is so great. Let's get out of that mindset, because pussy is just really fucking overrated. I'm here to tell you that shit, good pussy out the wild, it just gets boring. You become desensitized to good pussy. At that point, as we mature and get older, we're looking for something more. We're looking like, okay, what else can she do? Because if you can't cook clean, if you can't hold a decent conversation, if you can't get out there and be willing to get your hands dirty and expound on various ideas on generating income or generational wealth, then guess what? Good pussy don't mean shit. We putting your ass out. You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, we still might fuck with you, but on a greater level, it's just like, man, I'll holler at you later, because I'm on a whole nother plateau. I'm trying to elevate. So get out of that mindset. I love you all dearly, and the reason why I'm expounding on that topic is because, hey, it needs to be discussed. It needs to be addressed. I'm not here to bash anyone. I'm just here to state the facts. I'm here to state the obvious. And we need to progress forward. We need to work together, because that is one thing that I will say that I do not hear Mexican females expounding on, oh, well, I don't have time to build with this type of, with that man or this man. You don't hear Mexican women. You don't even hear Caucasian women talking that talk. It is just my sisters that I hear expounding on that. And the funny part about it is, you tend to find the Mexican women and Caucasian women and other ethnic groups of women in longer, stronger, successful relationships, and they're not talking that talk that some of my sisters are talking. So if you don't, sometimes you need to just be quiet. Stop that. Stop saying what you don't have time to do. Because if you have time to entertain irrelevant shit, like irrelevant conversations, gossip, worrying about what someone else is or isn't doing in their relationship, guess what? You got plenty of time. You just wasted a total of 20 minutes to possibly an hour expounding on nonsense and gossip, especially when you go into the hair salons, the nail place, wherever the sisters congregate and gossip. You got time. You just don't want to apply that time with my kings, and that needs to stop. I love you all dearly, and this is the main reason why we as people, we need to work on each other. We need to work on our relationships, because I do understand there are some sisters out there who don't have their shit together, but they feel that, hey, if they get into a relationship with a man should take care of them. A man should provide them and give them the necessities that they need to help build them up. It's like, okay, I'm not knocking that either. I'm not. I feel that, brothers, we should be in a position that not only should we help our queens out financially, but spiritually and emotionally. And when I say spiritually, I mean expound in detail, not just Christianity or Islam or whatnot. No disrespect to those religions, but expound on a much more deeper, on a much more deeper level. So in closing, let us not make excuses for not building up in our relationships. We need to do better. We need to work with each other, not against each other, because if we're working against each other, then we cannot advance as a group of people. So I will talk with you all later. Have a great day. All right. Peace.